I want to know what happens if I do this.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh my! The reason this... I'm out. No music, huh? Y'all ain't gonna give me nothing to work with. Just make me figure it out on my own. Hey, Badil with Marty. What's going on, guys? And welcome to...
Eventually.
A blink could pull you into a nightmare. Are you dreaming? Search for... Anomaly. Ah, okay. Damn, why all these games? Do I sit down? Imagine I sat down. How annoying would you be, bruh? How annoyed would you be? All these seats empty. I come down the aisle and I sit right next to you, bruh. That's gotta be infuriating. No smoking, no eating, no drinking. Okay. But like, what? Yo, this is giving me a headache. Bro's still there. Hold on, was this... I'm dumb confused as to what I'm supposed to do in this game. Bro still texting. He on the weather app. I know y'all be lying. Y'all be lying when y'all do this, bro. Y'all be looking at the weather pretending y'all do. He's on his lock screen, bro. Y'all be lying. I don't know why I'm getting on his case about it. I do it too. I ain't gonna lie. Not really though. I kind of just stare at people awkwardly. I'm one of those. But I'm confused as to what's going on. What, you want to shake my hand out? I'll shake your hand. Let me just... Nah, he's weird, bruh. I'm gonna call him weird even though I walked past every... So, let me get this straight. An anomaly was here, and I didn't see it?
Yeah.
Yo! What up, baby girl? Let me speak to you.
No!
She does not want to hear anything I'm saying. Shorty turned her head.
Oh, I'm hurt.
Crazy. I gotta step out. There's no way I can... There's no way I can stay on this bus after that. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way oh my god. Nah, I'll take my L, bro. I'm gonna take my L. Oh, I step off when there's an anomaly. And oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense. I still don't kind of... Oh, I can sit down? Oh, hell no. I'm not sitting down next to her, bro. She rejected me. I'm sitting down over here. Let me sit down. Nah, bro. Wow, I only get one chair. I only get one. Wow, that's embarrassing. Y'all forcing me to sit across from her after what she did to me?
Cut the cameras.
Now I gotta look at the ceiling in. Oh my god, bruh. Now, I have a story. So, in high school, right? Okay. Guess I'll wait. So, should I step? I think the lights is brighter. I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna step out because the lights is brighter. That makes sense to me. Okay, I'm an idiot. Why would the lights being brighter be an anomaly? I don't know who I be speaking to. There's legit nobody over there.
Sensational.
There was this girl. She sat kind of across. She sat at the next table over. She sat at the table with my mans, right? I'm not gonna speak on nothing more because but she sat at the table with my mans. They didn't speak at all. But I was like, she's cute. So I told my mans to toss me a lob. He asked the other females at the table to speak to her to see if they knew him because I knew somebody else at the table as well. Right? But hold on, ain't ish going on. As soon as I said that. Alright. I don't know what an anomaly is. Like, I'm just confused. I'ma just tell my story. I don't think there's anything here. So she sat at the table and she's across the table. I'm gonna sit right. Hold on. I want to know what happens if I do this.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh my! This what ignorance leads to. This is what the ignorant lifestyle leads to. All right, back to the story. So where was I? So I tell my man's toss me the lob. My man's asked the other girls at the table because, you know what I'm saying? And they were like, oh, we don't know her. And then I was like, damn, now I'm gonna have to do it. I thank my man for doing his part, and I was like, all right, now I'm gonna have to do this by myself, right? I'm never gonna finish this story. So she had to walk. So the way the school set up is like A house, B house, C house, A house, B house, C house, D house. So she's walking towards C house. My class is in D house. Perfect. It gives me a way to go talk to her. And possibly not be late for class, right? So I'm just gonna step out, bro. Yep, anomaly. I knew it. Yep. What are we saying? I'm a genius. I don't even know what the anomaly was. I approached her. I shake her hand. I complimented her nails. I spat some game. I was like, at the time, nowadays I don't mess with Snap. If I say, let me get your number, and you give me your Snap, and you say you can have my Snap, I'm walking away. That childish. But I'm like, let me get your Snap. She gives me her Snap, right? I get sick for like 3 days, so I'm not in school for a while.
I came looking for booty.
Pull the E-brake! Bro, this is the worst driver ever! How you gonna let your passengers get clapped?
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
What's the point? What's the point of that? I'm confused. So damn. Okay, so I get sick for 3 days, right? I'm the worst storyteller ever. I get distracted so easily. How do I know if there's some BS in the window? Okay. So all right, I'm blue balling the F out of y'all right now. So I get sick for 3 days. I come back, right? She added me on Snap, but the Wi-Fi was shit. So like I added her, but it didn't like, you know what I'm saying? Because the Wi-Fi, so like the ad didn't, whatever, right? So I go to class. Now I ask my man's like, yo, oh my God. I'm just gonna keep telling my story. So I asked my man's like, yo, should I go speak to her again? Cause like the shit that happened and the fact that I'm sick for 3 days, I couldn't talk to her, right? He's like, I don't know. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna go do it anyways. I'm gonna just go. Hold on. Let me just do this. I don't know what this does. Did I do something right? I don't get this game at all. But at this point, it's just a story time. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go talk to her. This is why this reminded me of it, right? So because like the way where she sits, right? I'm like, I'm gonna go talk to her anyways. I talk to her, I spit some games, she laughing, she having a good time. And then I'm like, yeah, and then she's like, you didn't, I don't remember what happened. I don't remember how we got to the topic of Snap. But after we got to the topic, I was just like, yeah, I didn't get to really add you for real because when I clicked add you, I must have not had like enough Wi-Fi because the school Wi-Fi is shit. And on top of that, they block service. I don't know how they do that. How. So this is important because you're gonna see, right? So I'm like, yeah. And then she's just like, oh, just so you know, I can't really talk to you like that because I have a boyfriend, but we can be friends. I'm like, nah. I swear to God, on my life, I'm like, nah. I'm cool, and I just walk away. And I think everything is smooth. A month or two go by, right? I get the meanest cut of my life. I'm looking fresh to death. Shorty staring at me the whole class. I don't know if he remembers this. I'll have to ask him. But I was like, yo, should I go talk to her again? Because she looked like she really feeling me now. And he's like, bruh, you already went twice. At this point, it's dead. And I was just like, are we supposed to be in the tunnel? Hold on, let me step out. I don't know. Am I dead?
Yeah.
I don't get this game, but so I'm just gonna stay sitting. There's no point at this point. We're just telling a story because I don't even get what this game's about. So I'm like, should I go talk to her again? He's like, nah. At this point, it's weird. Just let it go. Just let it be. So I'm like, okay, cool, and I move on to the next bit, as you should do. Honestly, I should have been did that. I don't even know why I was contemplating that. But my man's, he's a real dude. So he's like, nah, bro, just move on to the next one. You already talking to another girl. Why you know what I'm saying? So that happens, and I'm like, I'm like, cool. But I ain't gonna lie, this bill was kind of bad though, so I was kind of sad about it. And then, not my man's, but my man's kind of man's. They like imagine like me and my man, cause at this point I moved tables. I hope and pray this story doesn't sound terrible the way I'm telling it.
Yeah.
The reason this, I'm out. So once I finish this story, this episode is done, bro. Cause I'm terrible at this game apparently. So like, where was I? That shit scared the, okay. So my man tells me like, nah, don't go talk to her. A few months go by, my man's man, well, not really his man's, but someone he's kind of cool with. Is that a person? Oh, nah, I'm just blind. Do y'all see that from here? Does that look like a person, or am I bugging? Right here, look, if I could just get that. Look, tell me that don't look like a person. Okay, back to the story, right? Let me sit down so y'all could fully understand this, right? Okay, so my man's kind of man's he's talking to her. He's talking to her. They're like friends though. Like, I don't think I actually don't know. I don't know, so I don't want to say nothing. But she's like, but she apparently says to him that I was following her, like on some creepy shit. That never happened. Obviously I have to walk behind you to talk to you, but like I only did that one time, and that was so I could talk to her. You know what I'm saying? I had to walk in the same direction so I could you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm bugging, I'm bugging. But I feel like, I don't think there's an anomaly. I think we straight. Let me just stay in the front though. What's the point? What's the point of me going to the back? I think we good. So I'm like, right. I'm stepping out. Okay, I got the hang of it. Okay. Sit down and tell it quick. Where am I in the story? So I have to walk behind her to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't walk the opposite direction and get her snap. I have to walk the same direction, right? Am I bugging? Of course not. So I walk that way. I did that one time, by the way. One time, right? And I go and I talk to her and I get her snap. Apparently, I don't know if it was like because her boyfriend, I don't know what it is, but she says that I've been following her on some like creepy shit. What? So my man's asks me, so this is why I felt weird about this, because it's like, you know, she just rejected me and now I gotta sit at this, like, across from her. Like, that's weird. And it reminded me of this story of this girl that said I was following her when I wasn't, and I still had to sit across. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I told this story, for the people that forgot, because I'm an absolute terrible storyteller. So that's how that all ties together. But it gets worse. So my man's, hold on, let's just, y'all see anything? I see nothing. Okay, it looks good. I think we can get back to the story time. So my man's kind of man's, I don't actually know if they're, I don't know. I don't think they're friends. They're definitely not friends now after what he said. But bro says to me, he comes to me, he's like, yo, tell him what you just told me. Now, the way he said it to my man's was kind of like making fun of me. But the way this dude told the story to me was kind of like he's on my side. So I'm like, okay, this is the fakest, you know what I'm saying, ever. So he's like, yeah, she said that you're following her, this, and this, that. I'm like, first of all, I had to walk the same way as her so I can get her snap. I can't walk the opposite direction. I only did that once. I talked to her in the hallway one time. I went the same. I think we straight. Y'all see nothing? Y'all see something? I think we good. I'm gonna pull this hoe just in case. I beat. What'd that do? I don't know what that does, but I think we good. So I'm like, yo, I only did that one time, and you know what I'm saying? If you see a girl you like, you turn around and you walk in the same direction as her, you approach her, you talk to her, right? That's not weird. I approached, I talked to her. That was one time, right? The rest of the times, the reason we go the same direction is because C and D house is in the same, you know what I mean? like it just sounds stupid when you say. Oh, okay, whatever. It just sounds stupid when you say it out loud. You know what I mean? Because it makes no sense. It really makes no sense. Obviously, two sides of the story. The way she sees it might be different. But I made my intentions clear. Now, I was not on some Assassin's Creed behind her, following her, hiding behind. You know what I mean? Like, I made my intentions clear. And when she said no, right? I never spoke to her again. So like what confuses me? What confuses me, right? Is why would I never speak to you again? Like a little while later, now you're saying this. Like, if it was true, why did it take you so long to speak on it? You know what I'm saying? That's where I get confused. That's where I don't understand the situation. And it's like, this shit, I wouldn't say it bothers me. That shit def bother me. It def bother me because I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. Why? For what? Like, I already don't speak to you. I haven't spoken to you in a hot minute. Why feel the need to say this, right? So then the end of the story is we're in class. Now, like I just, you know what I'm saying? See how the lady was sitting close to me after she rejected my character, not me. That was not me. I don't care. I'm just hurt. So afterwards, right? Afterwards, after this happens, right? The next day, my man's just like, yo, out loud. Because he's the type of person, if something happens, he might be one of the realest dudes I've ever met in my life. He's like, yo, out loud, by the way. Not just to me. He says this out loud. He's like, yo, are you going to press her about that ish? He didn't say ish, but I don't feel like editing at the end of the video. I probably am anyway. He's like, you gonna press her about it. And I'm like, this is the coldest ish I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, I look him dead in the eye. I look at her. She's looking because he said it mad loud. And I look at her. I look at him and I say, she know the truth. I know the truth. I don't feel the need to speak on it any further. I will not give this any more attention. Coldest ish I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, and now I look back on it like, I wish I said something. Like, being the bigger person just doesn't work, dude.